Hey, what's up, Aquarius? Welcome back to a brand new week and a brand new tarot reading. Siljan Divinir here. I'm going to be doing my typical 139 spread for you. So, without any further ado, allow me to find the core energy for your reading. Per usual, if you enjoy this content, make sure you like the video. Make sure you leave a comment if you have any advice or you have anything you'd like to add. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you're so inclined, feel free to throw me a few bucks on PayPal. That would help me immeasurably. So thank you very much. Alright, so core reading for your Aquarius reading today is the Six of Wands. Perfect. Alright, so pretty good. This is one of the best core energies I've had since I've come back over these last couple of days. Pretty straightforward. This is a card about victory. It's a card about returning from battle the victor. And more importantly, it's about how that feels. So how it feels to achieve victory. How it feels to have your desires manifested successfully. So very good as a core energy. Very powerful card. One of my personal favorite cards. Alright, so these two wanted to come out. So following up the Six of Wands, the first clarifiers are Wheel of Fortune and King of Pentacles reversed. So Wheel of Fortune, that's a good sign that the universe is kind of at your back, that fate is turning the Wheel of Fortune for you to assist in achieving this success. King of Pentacles reversed, though, that's not a great energy. It's a very materialistic individual, very dull. They can be very bland, very miserly. They can be very willing to do whatever they need to have the material. The raw material matters more than anything to them, as opposed to the material serving a greater purpose than that. So we'll have to see if maybe somebody's trying to throw a wrench in your plans or not, but Six of Wands into Wheel of Fortune is very good. Six of Wands, King of Pentacles. Another thing is that maybe upon your victory, you might find a rival who's not very fond of your victory and wants what you have. So an envious individual, sort of, on the, what's the term? An envious individual on the heels of your success. So you've kind of got to keep your guard up for somebody like that. Somebody who would be willing to seek some treachery against you for your own well-being. So we'll have to see how this expands out. Let's see. Let's get one more clarifier for the Six of Wands, please. Something clearer, please. It's two cards, so let's get one card. I'm going to do a shuffle since it's taking a second here. I did see the Queen of Wands in reverse on the bottom of the deck, which that's an energy that synergizes with King of Pentacles in reverse. Those energies have a nasty knack of reinforcing each other's toxicity. They serve each other. They synergize. And that showed up on the bottom, but it didn't come out, so let's see what else we can get for you here. Final clarifier, please, for this Capricorn reading on the Six of Wands. If I could, please, Great Goddess, can I get a clarifier? Okay. So, final clarifier, Judgment. Well, Judgment was on the bottom of the deck there, and it came out again. Your judgment, your solid judgment, is what would get you into the Six of Wands energy. Because when your judgment is valid, you return from battle the victor. You're the one whose desires are capable of manifesting properly. So not only would you be envied for your success, not only would you be envied for the fact that fate would be at your back, but you're envied for the very fact that you contain that quality within you. You are people would envy you. This type of toxic energy, this King of Pentacles reverse toxic energy, would envy you for all of these qualities. So once again, it's a great sign for your personal capacity. Just make sure that you keep an eye on the potential haters out there. All right, so let's get some clarifiers on the Wheel of Fortune, please. Quite fortunate. A lot of my last like 3 or 4 readings were much more about healing. They were healing readings, which means that they're tough reads to hear, but it's what the universe needs the viewer to actually listen to. This is like a validation reading that you're kind of already in a great position, and it's just kind of warning you to some other things. So it's an easier pill to swallow, so to speak, for a reading, for sure. Okay, so these two want to come out. I've been having some mixed results with pulling out multiple cards like this. Let's see what you get here. For Wheel of Fortune, we've got 5 of Swords reversed, King of Cups reversed. Or excuse me, 5 of Wands reversed, King of Cups reversed. So very bizarre, because you don't get to the 6 of Wands typically by going through the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Also, Fate, the Wheel of Fortune yielding you a 5 of Wands reversed. It's very strange. So kind of what I'm seeing here actually is that whatever you achieved this 6 of Wands victory in, you had to go through a period of stagnation with other individuals, very likely, who did not want to grow. So other individuals who, whether they were afraid to grow, whether there was lack of leadership allowing it to occur, the growth that occurs from this 5 of Wands, if it's in the reverse, it's stagnated. The growth is not occurring. Despite that fact, though, somehow you managed to pull off the victory anyway. So I don't know if you went off on your own and you sorted everything out. With Fate at your back, though, that's what you would need in order to see the proper path forward. So I'm kind of surprised we don't see a 5 of Swords here, but that's where it's at right now. More or less, what I'm seeing here is that you actually sort of bucked the trend. There was some kind of way that you saw victory, and you achieved that, you attained that through your own judgment and through your own faith. But in order to do that, you very likely had to leave behind some complacency that other people were stuck in. So maybe there was a bunch of comfortable people who weren't willing to grow into their victorious capacity, and you did that. The problem is when you do that, treacherous people like this King of Cups reversed and treacherous people like this King of Pentacles reversed, very nasty toxicity. And especially considering how water reinforces earth, they synergize, there's an extreme amount of bitterness from your victory on this, from your achievement. That is very disappointing. I'm also remembering here that you are despite the fact that you're an Aquarius wind sign, we don't have any wind here. It's all, we've got all the other signs, excuse me, but no wind. So once again, good signs that you're doing the right stuff, but that there's some toxic energy around you that is not so proud of you for its own toxic, envious reasons. So it's just something that you need to be aware of. Alright, so let's move on to the final clarifier here for the Wheel of Fortune. If I could, please, Great Goddess, can we get a final clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune, please, for Capricorn? Or excuse me, for Aquarius. Let me do another shuffle here. It is resisting my shuffling. So that's sort of what I meant by this is like a validation reading. It seems like the parts that you have to play are doing actually pretty good. It's just like there's this huge warning of this toxic energy around you. And part of the reason for that toxic energy around you is because you bucked the trend. You bucked some kind of complacent trend, which might have been serving this toxic energy. They might have had everybody kind of where they wanted them, and then all of a sudden you show up and you kick some ass, and like their treachery gets, maybe they don't reveal it off the top, but maybe you thought you were going to return from battle, or maybe you thought that upon attaining this success you would be heralded better, but according to this energy there's a good shot that you are not going to be heralded. So you might be a little confused as to why your good deed did not earn you more plaudits, and this is basically why, is that there's some treacherous toxicity in the midst here. So let's get a final clarifier, please, for the Wheel of Fortune. Great Goddess, can I please get a final clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune, please? Sorry, it is definitely not wanting to come out here. So let's move on real quick. King of Pentacles. Can I get any clarifiers for the King of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, how about the Judgment card? Any clarifiers for the Judgment card? Yeah, I'm not sure, Aquarius. The energy is sticking really hard for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not managing to get the drops to occur here for you all of a sudden. So I'm not missing, I don't think I'm missing anything here. Very strange. Let me do another shuffle and see if that helps things. Alright, so shuffle the deck. Let's try this again. Great Goddess, can I please get a final clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune? Final clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune, please. Alright, so Wheel of Fortune, final clarifier, we've got the Two of Wands reversed. So that's, I know this is cliche to say, but it's kind of plays into what I was saying, is that you were like expecting a much different, you were expecting something much different from achieving this. And upon seeing the utter reality of how you're treated from this achievement, there's potential here for it to kind of paralyze to kind of stagnate your anticipations for moving forward in the future, which may be why these individuals have fallen into complacency in this Five of Wands energy in reverse, is because every time any of them try to push the boundaries, they also get a bite of this toxic energy. And when that happens, it can make it very easy for them to not want to try to expand the horizons very hard. And it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing to see that. I would hate for you to get stuck in this energy. I would hate for you to get stuck in this situation. So you're going to have to choose what you do with this. Choose what you do with this message, but I would hate to see you stuck in this energy. I really would. So let's move on to the King of Pentacles reversed. King of Pentacles reversed, definitely a toxic energy form. Alright. Nine of Wands reversed. So even, it's crazy how much wand energy is. There's a good shot that this is career oriented. It's cliche that wands are career oriented, but because you're getting so many of them, it's really striking me as a career thing, that you succeeded in some kind of career venture. And it's just, there's like a weird toxicity in the workplace culture that it's like complacency is more important than success, so nobody's toes get stepped on. Or even worse, so that these like this upper echelon doesn't have to feel like they're intimidated by the people below them, the people quote unquote beneath them, as far as they see it. The Nine of Wands reversed goes into that. It speaks towards that stagnation. So even though you've attained a great power, and you have, if you can achieve the Six of Wands, that's a good sign of power. If you choose to get stuck in this energy, you are going to find yourself kind of in a paralysis. You're not going to be able to continue moving forward. You're not going to be able to continue embracing your power properly. It's going to be kind of taken away from you. And that is very disappointing, but that's it's part of the course for what I'm seeing here. So it's like, I don't know, it's going to come down to if you're comfortable enough in this situation, or if you want something better for yourself, because you're very likely not going to find the validation that you deserve stuck here in this situation. So let's see, second clarifier, Two of Swords. So that's the first energy that actually matches your sign, of wind energy. That is it's a call to stabilize your emotions with your mentalism. So it's a call to rationality, and it's a call to not get emotionally overburdened by this toxicity. If you succeeded, it's sort of a sign for you to remember your own strength. Your own strength needs to be your own strength needs to prop up your confidence. You can't let this toxic energy deflate your confidence. And as a wind sign, as Aquarius is a wind sign, Two of Swords is your natural element. And in that natural element, as long as you keep in mind your strength, your Six of Wands capacity, your faith, your ability to achieve these things, you can feel a lot better about this. If you do not do that, you will sort of succumb to this toxic energy. And it's not what I want to see for you. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a call to not be led by emotions of the past. Not let things of the past dictate how you feel now. You need to channel a different mentalism, and the mentalism is that you are a victor. That needs to be first and foremost in your mind. Whatever weird excuses this toxic energy gets to try to put you down, you need to put those mentalisms aside, and you need to focus on your own good qualities. And if you do that, it can stabilize how you feel, and it can help you to continue to achieve these things. So that's 2 cards. I'm looking for 1 card. One final clarifier on the King of Pentacles reverse, please. So yeah, and then crossing the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles with the Two of Swords, you're gonna have to fight off that toxic energy with your mentalism. You're gonna have to be mentally savvy to hold your own confidence in the midst of that toxicity trying to bring you down. That's more or less what this card is suggesting here. Right, so final clarifier on King of Pentacles reverse, we have the Five of Cups reverse. So, once again, you do not want to get stuck letting your emotions lead you around in this scenario. If you get stuck letting your emotions lead you around in this scenario, then these toxic energies are the victor over you. And that's not what we want to see here, because you're the victor. You're the Six of Wands energy. Fate's at your back and Judgment's at your back. That being said, if you do not rectify your mentalism, or if you do not rectify how you feel using your mentalism, if you don't keep in mind your great qualities, it's going to be very easy for you to get trapped. Not just feel put down, but get trapped feeling put down. And you will let your emotions lead your way, and it is not as natural for your wind energy. Your wind energy is supposed to be allowing your rationality to lead the way, and in this situation, the rationality is pointing towards you being the righteous one with your quality, your victorious quality. If you lose that thread, if you lose that state of mind, your emotions are going to lead you, and unfortunately your emotions are muddled by this toxic energy here. And you're going to get stuck feeling like that. And that's not where you want to be. So, Judgment on the bottom of the deck again. Judgment keeps poking out here. So let's see. Let's move on to the final clarifiers for the Judgment card. So, hey Goddess, can I please get clarifiers for the Judgment card? Alright, so first clarifier, we're looking at Knight of Pentacles. Sort of a validation as to how you achieved this victory. It was your own diligence. Maybe it was slow, but it was steady. maybe it was tried, but it was true. You put forth the actual effort required, even if it was slowly but surely, to achieve this victory. And it was through your own ethic. And even it was even outside of your element to a certain extent, because you're a wind sign, which doesn't really interact much with Earth. They don't really mesh in a natural form, so they don't reinforce each other. You still manage to step out of your natural element to achieve this victory. So another sign towards your strength. And a good sign that you can continue that progress. So let's continue. Clarifier for further clarifiers for the Judgment card, please. All right, so the last two. Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Wow. This is actually a cool sign because these are all court cards. An interesting sign here, perhaps, that other people are actually willing to follow you into this victory. Not necessarily these toxic individuals, but other people. Other people, there might be other people that can see the light that you bring to the table. If I'm going to read the energy, Page of Wands, that's somebody who's very willing to express how they feel. Even if it's negative energy, even if it's positive energy. What's more authentic to them is that they don't betray how they feel about it, and that they express that, and that their actions express that quality of feeling within them. And that is actually emboldened by your Two of Swords capacity. So being honest with yourself about how you feel, one way or the other, is very important for clarifying this whole situation for you. The following up that is the Queen of Pentacles, which is very good. That's an individual who is, they care about the material. They really do. They like the material. They like how it makes them feel, but they haven't verged into toxicity over it. It's just they're comfortable with they've comforted themselves. They're comfortable with themselves, and through that they have put forth the diligence required to actually attain their material stability, and they understand what that takes. So that energy is very good, very strong energy, and it's all clarifying the Judgment card. So very interesting combination of energy for you. I'm not sure if, and once again, I'm not sure if those are allies or if it's just reading off the energy. It's something that you have to kind of decide. But you might be able to bring some others with you along on this. You might be able to utilize these energies to achieve your success. It might be why you're able to achieve your success. This Five of Wands energy in reverse. One reason people get stuck here is because they can't express how they truly feel for whatever reason. And a lot of times it's because these toxic energies are stagnating them. So part of why you're able to succeed is your diligence, your ability to self-express, and then at the same time, your ability to not squander and squash other people while you're at it. The Queen of Pentacles, when it's in the reverse, that can be a toxic individual who is not capable of letting other people succeed. So this is actually a very interesting card of you having some leadership qualities to lead through this, which is exactly why you might be intimidating some people who are higher above you. So that's essentially all I've got for this, Aquarius. It's actually pretty straightforward. It's actually pretty cool here how the energies have balanced out. And I hope that you can figure this out, because there's very interesting energy here of you. There's potential for you to get lost in how you feel because of the kickback after your success. But what these cards are suggesting is that you need to focus on what's good about you. Do not let the toxicity find a chink in your armor. And even though you might have to ruffle some feathers and step on some toes, there's so much more well-being involved for everybody if you can embrace that quality within yourself. If you do not, then a lot of the stagnation remains, not just for others, but for you. And you do not want to feel like that, I don't think. You want to be able to express yourself properly. You want to be able to apply your diligence properly. You want to be able to enjoy yourself properly. And other people will very likely appreciate that in you. And the way that you do that, the way that you really pull that out is, once again, you got to embrace this Two of Swords energy, which is about, you got to stick to your rationality, and you cannot let your emotions lead you in this situation. You got to stabilize your emotions, and what you stabilize them around is the pure and utter truth about how you're the victor. You're the one who's achieving things. You did it through your faith, and you did it through your own judgment, your own diligence, your own expressiveness, your own quality, and your own power. So that's what you've got to do here. And if you can do that, you have great potential, vast potential from these cards. So I'm going to cut the reading there. Thank you very much for being here. This was actually a pretty cool reading. Thank you very much. Take care and good luck.